So Emma, good day.
Thank you. Thanks, Irina.
Yes. So thanks for making the time to have this conversation.
You're welcome.
And I'm really curious, actually, about your experience in the Thrive program that we just completed.
Yeah.
But first, please share a bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I'm originally from Edinburgh in Scotland. I left the motherland about 5 years ago with my husband when he got a job in New Zealand, or he got offered a project in New Zealand with his job, and then we stayed there for a year, and then we moved to The Hague. So I've been in The Hague for almost 4 years, and I'm a transformational coach. So I help caregivers, hard workers, conflict avoiders, people pleasers to find their magic and to just make changes in their life that they want to make. And I'm also the founder of FloLab, which is a coworking boutique, which we're in right now, which is a project. It's really a not-for-profit project, which is providing a shared workspace for people who want to combine work and well-being, and people who so we have members who tend to be like coaches, healers, but also freelancers and remote workers who tend to be a bit more sensitive and just looking for a nice place to work and community and those kinds of things.
And I'm happy to be part of your FloLab project.
Exactly.
It's wonderful, Emma, what you're creating, and you're supporting others also in their growing journey. And that has this process has brought you also to the Thrive program. Would you like to share how was your experience in the Thrive?
The Thrive program was amazing. I actually did 2 rounds of the Thrive program. I did the first one, and then I did the second one, and I started it in December, and just completed it in March. I think it was the end of March, and it was amazing. I found it to be just such a gentle way of working through some trauma, really. I mean, I was attracted to it because it's self-healing trauma tribe type thing, and I've been working on healing my trauma for the last couple of years, but all of the modalities that I have done, which have been effective, have had quite a big impact on me. Like, I've worked with a psychologist, and I did EMDR therapy, which is quite an intense therapy, which I found really hard going at times, and even affecting me physically and my health and things like that. So I was really appealed. This program really appealed to me because I know your approach is quite playful, and the embodiment, I feel like, is a big part of healing. I think that it's not just about what's going on in our mind, which is what the psychology really helped me with, but it's also about integrating what I'm doing into my body to help express how I feel. So my experience in the Thrive program was that at the beginning I felt quite lost in myself and quite unstable even. I think just after a year of pandemic and being a business owner and all of those things, it was just a bit much. And I was just feeling lost by the end of it. So when I first came on the Healing Tribe, having a space where I could express how I felt in a non-judgmental space with peers who I trusted and were also going through similar things, was just so valuable to me. And I think also the tools that I learned, things that I can apply to help me to continue to let my emotions move through me instead of getting stuck when I push them down and ignore them. And I've done that for 38 years, and it's not something that I want to continue doing. And so to have a space where I learn these tools, practice these tools, and get to share the impact of these tools, it would just really help to cement and concrete what I'd learned, so that I'm able to continue using those tools. It's been an amazing experience, actually. One of the biggest things that I got from it was this kind of huge realization that I've been living most of my life in this kind of victim mindset. I've had quite a lot of things happen to me from a very young age, and some of which I really didn't have any control over. You know, I was a victim of violence and various different things that have happened to me in my life, which, as I say, I couldn't have controlled. But at some point in my life, I started to expect that. I started to expect more of that, and so my life started to there was always drama. There was always a drama of some sort. And every time drama comes along, there's always this kind of feeling of, yeah, this is just the way it is for me. And so realizing, like, seeing that mindset that I was stuck in a victim mindset, was so empowering, because suddenly I could move through it and change it. Yeah, just I feel like I've grown up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a yummy feeling.
It is. Yeah, it is, and it's just like a kind of knowing. It's a yummy feeling, and it's a big transformation, but it's also like a really soft knowing that, okay, I'm okay, like, and life's going to be okay, and you know, bad things might happen, but I can handle them, and I can choose my response now more consciously, I think.
Yes, more maturely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like now.
Right. Yay. Yeah, would you say that's like your main takeaway of the program, or are there more things that you took from it?
I think that's definitely the main takeaway, but the other takeaway, which was pretty big for me, was in relation to a tool, because like what came up for me a lot was that actually I had a lot of anger inside me, which I didn't know what to do with, and I was actually quite afraid of. And you know, one of the embodiment tools that you taught us, you know, which is so intuitive now, because I realised that, I've probably been doing that in yoga for a while, but I'd never intentionally used it to move anger, and that was that kind of, you know, movement, and also, you know, this, even just squeezing a blanket or a towel and just like twisting it and feeling that you know, power in me when I feel a little bit of anger, or even just if somebody pisses me off on the street or something, usually I would just ignore it or push that feeling down, whereas now I'm just like, you know, I'm just like, you know, like using my fist in my, not like this, but just feeling that shake of power, and that feeling of that emotion, the power that's in that anger, but then experiencing that it transforms, and it actually gives me more energy to do that, and I suffer, or I don't suffer from, but I have an autoimmune disease, and have been challenged with that for the last 4 years. And I that insight about this energy transforming into power, like, it must take so much energy to control that as well. And so with autoimmune being such a mystery illness, nobody really knows what causes it. They suspect it's emotions and everything like that. That makes a lot of sense to me, and so gives me even more purpose to actually using these tools.
Yeah, anger, it's okay, it's allowed, it's welcome, and because you are able to process it and just like allow it to flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And if I notice that I'm feeling anger and I'm pushing it down or whatever, then I'm bringing it back up and letting it move through my body in that way. So yeah, it's definitely something, it's a tool that I'm remembering and I'm using. Because often I learn tools and I forget them, but I haven't forgotten. I think there was parts of me that were really stuck in adolescence, and I think this program's really helped me to see those parts and give them space, and just feel seen. So I've gone from, before I started the program, feeling quite lost and unstable, feeling like I'm on a roller coaster of emotions all the time. And now I feel a lot more grounded, like I have a stronger foundation and have an appreciation for what I've been through. I also feel empowered because I've shared and opened up about things that I've never shared with anybody before, and really been quite ashamed of, and had the experience of that being easier than I thought it was going to be. I feel a lot freer from things that were really weighing me down before.
Okay.
And that feels good, because
To finally allow it to
Yes.
be released.
Yes, and one of the things that really helped me to do was I've been writing a chapter for a co-authored book, which you're also writing. I've written your chapter for, and I was stuck on it for months, and I was stuck on it because I was still hooked on that victim mentality, and that's where I was writing from. And when I came back to the chapter a couple of weeks ago, I rewrote it in a matter of days. And now it's done and it's submitted, and I'm like, yes! I'm just so happy it's completed. I'm like, yes. So it's really contributed in that way as well.
Yeah.
Closure.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. Yes. Enough to create closure indeed.
Yeah.
And that's all my questions actually, Emma.
Cool.
But I'm curious, if you have anything else you would like to share with the world out there.
The things are hopefully starting to open up again in this time, in this pandemic time that we live in. And if you're sitting at home and you're really looking for a community and you're looking for a place to work, then you're very welcome here at FloLab, and I would invite people to come in and come in for a coffee or a little tour and a chat. Because I see a lot of need for this, and I really just want more people to know about it so that they can come and be part of what we're doing here as well. So that would be it, I think.
Community, kind of safe space, and a wonderful space as well.
Exactly. In the Hague, centre of the Hague. So that would be all.
Okay, so keep it in mind. Come. Okay, thank you so much, Emma.
You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. Thanks, Irene.